Good afternoon, everyone. As your dentist today, I have the same question. Did you brush your teeth this morning?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, of course you brush. You went to your bathroom, you grabbed your toothbrush, and 2 minutes. You didn't even think about it. Most probably you were thinking about your emails, the traffic, your first coffee, right? This is a very simple act, very ordinary one. Same as every day. But what if this simple act is, brushing is, more than oral hygiene? What if this tiny daily act reveals something very profound about what it means to be human? So, a few years ago, I stood in a place where people, they had lost almost everything. A refugee camp. People there left behind their routines, their families, their homes. And you can see my photo with my colleague with these beautiful kids here. I couldn't capture, but I saw something very interesting. I saw an elderly woman. She was sitting next to a stone, and she was brushing her teeth with a twig, a traditional, primitive oral health hygiene tool. And I remember I was asking myself, why? Why this routine survives? Under those circumstances, why everything else disappeared, but this routine survived? And that question sent me a journey through history, science, and philosophy. Now, you are looking at a human lower jaw. And in that tooth, the last one, there is a one dental intervention. So, what do you think? How old is it? 100 years? 200? 5,000? Buckle up. 14,000 years. So, this is an archaeological record from northern Italy, and there was a cavity over there, and someone tried to clean that cavity with a sharp stone. 14,000 years ago. Before cities, before written language, before even agriculture. Because we believe that about 10,000 years ago, people shifted from hunting gathering to farming, right? And everything changed after that. Because dental cavities dramatically increased among the population because of the softer food and more carbohydrates. It's not a coincidence that also we can trace primitive old toothbrushes as early as Babylon's. I'm talking about 7,000 years ago. So we had some problems and we came up with the idea. And now you are looking at the chewing sticks. Chewing sticks are primitive toothbrushes. So this is kind of like the ancient wisdom. I will explain why. Because this twig is coming from some special trees. So people, they found the good, important trees. They cut it from branches or roots, and they start to brush their teeth about 7,000 years ago. That's fascinating. And let me introduce one of them. Right now, I am holding something we have used more than 7,000 years. And this chewing sticks called Salvadora persica is coming from special tree. And I want to share this because I really amazed. This simple twig still being used by millions of people. Think about it. Only few human practices survive this long, unchanged, still same tree, still people use in different tradition, in different countries and traditions separated by oceans, but they came up with the same idea. And also, more fascinating that modern science has confirmed and identified some antibacterial compounds in this small, simple twig. And it can help to your daily oral health. It can inhibit bacterial growth, and reduce plaque. So it means our ancestors, they discovered something, it still works. That's fascinating. And in this photo also, you can see that it's very famous right now because all the influencers on the social media, they are trying to promote it as like the holistic wellness and also ancient remedies. But idea is simple, brushing. And you did today, because we believe as a scientist, as a dentist, brushing is one of the most crucial part of your daily routine. Why? Because we want to remove the plaque, right? Plaque is sticky, very sticky film of bacteria, and that bacteria can cause dental cavities. This is well-known fact, well-known circle. That's why we want to stop this circle. That's why we have to brush. This is what we do. And also we believe, and also we know that the mouth is also a gateway to body. If something happens here, can happen everywhere. So if you have an oral inflammation, it can affect your heart. It can affect your immune system, and it can affect even your brain. So mouth is important. That's why we are brushing. But my question, why did they brush? Why did our ancestors brush their teeth without knowing anything about science, biology, bacteria? This is fascinating, right? Of course, evolution gives us answer because survival is an answer. And pain is a very powerful teacher, and inflammation can be deadly. And we need a good teeth to eat. We need good teeth to be more attractive and make better connections, right? But survival alone doesn't explain everything. Because if you look at the history, if you look at the religion system and the belief system all over the world, and if you go deeply, you can find that they were recommending the brushing the teeth ritually, repeatedly, again and again, before sleeping, when you wake up, before entering some sacred places, or before meeting some other people. So here's actually more interesting part is coming. Because our ancestors, they recognize the mouth as a gateway. Not only simple biological organ, not only connect your body with the other organism. They saw that, or they recognize the mouth as a spiritual, communicational, and psychological gateway. So think actually what mouth is it. Just think about it, our mouth, what it helps, what it do. So when you end here, the word begins. This simple biological organism can be expression through your mouth. And we create connection through our mouth, through language. Our breath becomes language, right? So we communicate, we connect, not just only with the people, the humankind. We also connect and communicate with something greater through our prayers. So that's why they believe that mouth is also gateway to our inner self with the outer self or outer world. So this is why in almost across the cultures, almost every different belief system, they always focus on the mouth purification. Because purification comes before encounter. If you want to connect something important, if you want to connect something greater, you have to clean. You have to prepare yourself. And all the purification rituals, including almost mouth purification as well. Let me give you some example. In Ayurvedic tradition in India, it's very old tradition, more than 3,000 years. So they use the same chewing sticks neem stick they call, but the same purpose, but coming from different tree. So they believe that this is not only clean your mouth, also it clean and purify your spirit as well. And in Buddhist tradition, Chinese monk Yi Jing in 7th centuries, in his very famous book, he said every day a monk must chew a toothwood and clean the teeth and the tongue. Only after they can salute each other. So you see, it's not only self-cleanness, it's not only self-care, it's also important for the community, like the meeting with the other people or entering some sacred places. And also we can trace exactly the same ritual in Abrahamic religions as well. In Islam, for example, Prophet Muhammad described the miswak as a purifier of the mouth and also pleaser of the God or Lord. So, and he recommended to use the miswak or Salvador's persica or these chewing sticks many times a day. Like when you wake up, before all prayers, before going bed, for example, before entering some sacred places, or before any prayers. So, you see, repeatedly, ritually, and we ritualize only something important to us. We don't ritualize every action. Let's think about it, what other ritual we perform every day. So, repeated actions becomes habits, and habits become routines. And the routines become, if you give them some meaning, ritual, right? That's why we see this ritual all over the world. And this kind of rituals tell us it is not only brushing. Remember that refugee woman. So she was not brushing, she was not only performing oral hygiene. It was also a declaration that I am still here. I keep my rituals because these rituals make me who I am today. And I encountered another remarkable woman. She also helped me to understand this idea better, and also she gave me more. Hatice Saya. She was Gambian British photographer. She was brilliant. She was very talented. And she was trying to explore her British heritage and some meaning of that traditions. And with self-portrait she took with her special technique, she was trying to show the meaning of her traditions. In this photo, she is holding sotio. Sotio is exactly chewing stick, but in the Gambian language they say sotio, exactly the same, coming from the same tree as well. So, because she's holding this and showing the word, because the sotio, chewing sticks in the Gambian traditions symbolize, associate with many different things like dignity, like protection, like identification, or we can say protection as well. So in the Gambia, they use the same tree. If they have like larger branches, they put their home because they believe this is the symbol protects. This is a symbol of the protection from some bad spirits, or it is also pleasing the God, also connection with the ancestors. And the short branches they use as a chewing stick, like the same, exactly the same as you saw today. But also they give some meaning as well. The women, especially the elderly women, they were showing their chewing sticks at the ceremonies, at the weddings, big gatherings, because it's symbol of their dignity and their self-cleanness. So, unfortunately, she died tragically in a fire in 2017, and you can see she was only 24 years when she died. She just wants to show the world her tradition, meaning of the dead traditions, and she achieved, as you witnessed today. So tomorrow, when you go to your bathroom, when you grab your toothbrush, please think about that refugee woman. Please Remember Hatice Saye. And please recognize you are about to perform one of the oldest rituals of the humankind. You are about to clean the place. The mouth is where the inner self becomes visible to the world. So take good care of it. Thank you so much.